graduated?
Not really, not yet. It hasn't really hit me yet. But I'll tell you what, it's a great honor. Something I wanted to accomplish. That was really my first goal coming to college, was to ultimately finish my degree. Now that I have it, it's something that I know I can fall back on.
Did you get to celebrate? Did you do anything crazy?
A little bit. My parents came to town, um, cooked a lot of food. We made some really good. Mom made some good home food, home cooking. Dad was in town, and so whenever they're in town, the house is upside down most of the time. And so it was good to see them. It was good to celebrate with everybody. So my brothers called. Everybody just, they couldn't make it, and so everybody just called, sent their gifts, just to congratulate me.
What's your mom's specialty dish?
She'll make some pretty good curry chicken. She'll make curry chicken, some lamb curry. Um, she can make some good baked chicken too with gravy. So you're always gonna, anytime you're in the Fehoko household, you're always gonna eat some good food. I can guarantee you that.
So what's the spice level on that compared to South Louisiana Cajun food?
Not really, not really. They don't really like crystals. I pour a bunch of that on my food, but they're still trying to get the hang of that and some Tony C's, and you know, I'm trying to show them. You can put it on rice. You don't always have to put gravy on rice, or you don't always have to eat rice plain, because in Hawaii everybody eats rice plain. Some sticky white rice, or just some plain grits or mashed potatoes. But throw a little Tony C's on there. You can eat anything with that.
So after graduation, what does that mean your course load is this semester?
So I haven't really discussed it yet. Kind of wanted to take a break from school for a while, but I'll probably do an internship now that I have my degree in communication studies. Some along the lines of broadcasting, actually. Something I want to do, something I want to get into down the road. So we'll find a place to do it in here at LSU.
So what is the rule on that? Is there a requirement that you have to do something under NCAA?
So you have to do, so being a graduate student, you're either graduate courses or you're doing graduate internships.
Right.
There has to be a certain amount of hours you have to log in week in and week out in order to fill the scholarship requirements.
So that's like Burrow, where he's never has to go into a classroom.
Pretty much. Joe, I don't know what Joe's schedule is, but I'm pretty sure it's a good one because he's well rested every time he comes to workouts.
That's the plus.
So, Breiden, you've heard Coach O say we've got to get better in the trenches this year, offensive line, defensive line. So, how do you feel about what you guys did last year, or how do you need to improve this year?
I think we just, as a unit, you look at how we played against Georgia. I think that's kind of like the benchmark now, the standard of what LSU football needs to be. We refer to that game a lot because both sides of the ball, we kind of had our way up front. We were physical, we were in shape. Guys were hustling to the ball, we were tearing off blocks. The offensive line was, they were maulers that game. They were driving guys 5 yards on the field. And I think when you have a game like that against, whatever Georgia was, the number 2, number 3 team in the nation at that time, there's really no more excuse not to do that no more, not to put it on film, not to put it on film. There's no choice but to do it again. And so I think this thing is just being consistent now. Like fall camp, you're going to go through the grind, you're going to go through days where it's tough, but this is where, you become even more physical, even more smart, even more conditioned. I think that's the biggest thing.
Why do you think there was such a disparity in the Alabama game, in the trenches? Because Georgia and Alabama played a close game. They were
Very close game.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is when we got that late in the season, a lot of guys are facing the injury bug. I don't like to blame the injury bug, but a lot of guys were, our depth wasn't as strong as it was compared to week 6 in the season. You go through week 9, week 10. Those 3 extra weeks make a huge difference in whether a player has a sprained ankle or, he has a broken bone he needs to get surgery on. There's just a huge difference. And I think now, starting the season earlier, we have 2 bye weeks during the season. It's going to be huge. We get to get into fall camp a lot earlier. We get out of fall camp a lot earlier. Our first game's the end of August, and so I think we get our first bye week, week 5, before Utah State or after Utah State, somewhere along the lines. It's going to be good for our guys to recover.
What about improving on your side, or yourself personally? What do you want to accomplish this year?
For me, I just want to be more of a versatile player. I want to be dependable for my team, for my coaches. I want them to be able to depend on me in all points of the game, whether it's being in the peso package, being in the base package, being in the nickel and the dime package. I want them to know that Braiden's going to be in his gap every play. Braiden's going to do his job every play. know that it's not about making the plays, not about filling the stat sheet, but just to be a dependable guy that they can lean on every day, day in, day out. That okay, we can trust Breiden. We don't have to worry about it.
Talk about some of the newcomers behind you that are going to be coming up that maybe might not see a whole lot this year, but you know the future's going to be bright up the road. Who are some of the guys that you kind of like, this guy's going to be a really good one for LSU?
Yeah, Joe Evans. Joe is a guy that, you know, he came in the summer and he's done nothing but worked really hard. I mean, he's worked his butt off day in and day out, and I think that pays a tribute to what, you know, the veterans in our D-line room are doing. Richard, Lawrence, Glenn Logan, all the rest of the guys, Neil Farrell, you know, guys like Joe Evans sees, you know, the vets, us working at a standard where he knows that, you know, we expect nothing less than greatness from him. You know, he shows up, I mean, the first week or the first 3 weeks in summer training, they had summer conditioning, and he passed all 26 of his reps for his conditioning test in flying colors. You know, you rarely see that out of a freshman defensive lineman.
Well, he looked like he leaned up compared to
Yeah.
seeing him a senior in high school. I mean, is that just when he got here, or he had already started doing that before he even got here?
No, he started before he even got here. When Joe got here, he was already lean. I mean, we call him Mean Joe Green. He's just lean and mean, and he doesn't complain. I mean, we throw him at nose, he'll go out and do it. We throw him at end, he'll go out and do it. And he just doesn't complain about what he does.
So you think you got a chance of being in a rotation this year?
We're gonna, like Coach O says, like I said, we're gonna have to play a lot of bodies on the defensive line, especially this conference, and so I wouldn't count him out.
You got one more.
Yeah. Just last year at this time, you remember what people were saying. This team's not going to be any good. They're going to be 6-6. And now you're hearing, you know, 11-1, college football playoff. Those are kind of, or maybe you're not hearing it. I don't know. Are you is it hard to block out the noise when people are saying you're going to be really good?
It's pretty easy on my part. I haven't been on social media for like the past month and a half, and so I mean, whether it's good or bad, we just focus on the team. We come to practice every day. I know people say block out the noise, but like, you really got to block out the noise. Once you're in this building, it's all about LSU. It's all about, you know, the brand of Louisiana State University. It's focusing on what we can do to be good for my fellow teammates, what I can do to be good for my coaches, and just do what's best for the team.
Thanks, Greg.
Yes, Brady.
Thank you.